a lot of times we see these companies that are just taking off and they're doing extraordinarily well. And you're like, oh, I wish I bought them 10 years ago when Walmart was just a local regional store, when Amazon just sold books, when Tesla didn't have a profit line. I wish I bought these companies back then. But the reality is, good companies grow and grow for years and years and years. Tesla is a good example. It's taken off recently. It's finally made a profit a couple years ago and is now showing profits. I can't predict that it's going to be a great company 2 decades from now, but if it follows that Amazon, that Walmart model where this is a company that was around and it's growing and growing and taking up more space, it very well could be that company that has great returns for the investors, the owners of the company, for another decade. Now, it's hard to imagine after they just skyrocketed 400% or 500% in a year, but that doesn't mean today's a good day to buy or a bad day. But the point is, if you look at it at today's price versus 5 years from now's price, it might be an extremely good investment for the next 5 years, just like it was for the past 5 years. So don't think just because there's a potential winner out there, you've got to jump in right away. And don't think because you see a winner that won the last 5 or 10 years that it's too late to get on the Tesla train, the Amazon train, the Google train, the Microsoft, whatever it is. These companies that are out there have the potential to continue to grow. And that's what you want. You want companies that are going to grow and are going to return money to you in multiples. You put in $1,000, you put in $100,000 into one company, you want to make sure that you get back $2,000, $200,000 at some point in the future. The quicker the better, but in reality you want it to grow. You want to know that, hey, this is growing at an acceptable rate and it's a safe long-term investment, meaning it might have a lot of ups and downs in between, but long-term it's growing in market share. It's going to be around. You're not going to lose your money. This isn't going to disappear. That's the value of those winners. Think about the winners. If you're picking stocks, find the companies you say, hey, this is a good company. And not only is it going to be around in 5 or 10 years, it's going to be much bigger than it is now in 5 or 10 years. Those are the companies you want to invest in. And then watch them along the way, because it's not a one and done. There's things that happen and you need to be able to adjust and admit you're wrong. You say, you know what, I bought Tesla. 2 years from now, you say, it flopped. It went back down 300% of its 500% growth. It was a mistake to have bought it at that point. I don't know what the future holds, but you're going to make mistakes. But don't feel like, oh, I got to jump in while it's still a bad company. 5 years ago, it was a bad company to invest in. But it turned out to be a great stock to invest in because it's gone up so much. So don't feel like you had to get in 5 years ago. It might be a great stock today, depending on how you're looking at it. I'm Justin Struble with BSG Advisors. I'm not a broker. I'm a fixer.